to you our first ever Juntos en Casa family virtual event. We invite all to join us for different activities to keep everyone at home entertained. This includes hands-on activities, as well as fitness classes, dance and musical performances, health resources, and much more. While the museum is closed, we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as to follow us on all social media platforms to stay connected. Thank you so much and enjoy!
Hi, my name is Kaylin and I work as a museum educator at the National Museum of Mexican Art. And for today's activity, we are going to be making Árboles de la Vida. Árboles de la Vida in English mean trees of life. These trees are made within Mexico and they're traditionally made out of barrón. Barrón being a type of clay that is commonly used within arts within Mexico. But since a lot of us may not have access to barrón, something that we may have access to is cardboard. So we're going to be making mini versions of Árboles de la Vida out of cardboard. And so normally the Árboles de la Vida have a base, and the base can vary. The base can be a muñeca or a doll. They can be a jarrón, like this one here, and it could be many different types of shapes. And they normally, from the base, it'll stretch upward and it'll break out with these little circle shapes, or they almost look like branches, which is why they're called a tree of life. And within the tree, you'll often see little characters. You'll see people dancing, eating. You'll see food, you'll see flowers, because each of these trees tell a story. In this tree, this tree tells a story about food, about family. Each árbol de la vida can vary depending on the type of story that it's told. And so today we're going to be making our own árbol de la vida with our own story. So what we're first going to do is we're going to look at the materials that we need. We're going to need cardboard, papers, magazines, old newspapers, construction papers, whichever. Markers, glue, scissors, and paint. Ruler, pencil. So what we're first going to do is we're going to design the tree itself, beginning with the base. And what could help with the designing of the tree is maybe thinking of a story or a topic or a theme that you'd like your tree to be about. So for my theme or my inspiration, my tree will be about women. So I want the base of my tree to be a muñeca, a doll. Once you finish drawing your base, and in my case I drew a muñeca, from there you can begin to draw the branches. And the branches in my case are going to be a curved, rounded shapes throughout the whole tree. And once you've drawn it out with pencil, you can then begin to trace it with marker so that you can see it clearly. Once you've finished tracing your drawing, you can then begin to cut it out. So now that we have finished cutting out our árbol, what we're then going to do, or this part's actually completely optional, I'm going to paint it brown so it looks a little bit more like barron, like the type of clay that they're traditionally made out of. So to paint it brown, I'm going to use the acrylic paint and a wide brush. And of course you could paint it any color you would like, but I want to paint it brown just so it could look a little bit more like the actual trees that are made. Now, meanwhile, your árbol is drying. You can place your árbol to the side. What we're then going to do is you're going to look around your home and see if you could find newspapers, magazines, pamphlets, paper, anything you can collage with. And I want you to look through them and see if you can find images or things that will look good, that will fit, it will look good and fit with your theme. So my theme or my story revolves more around women. So I'm going to be looking for things that I myself connect to women, or connect to women in my life, or even myself. So now that I finished looking through all the magazines, all the newspapers, and I realized I didn't see everything that I wanted. So some of us may face this issue, right? That we don't find the exact image or maybe the exact color or things that we want to include within our tree. So we of course can make it. So with all the leftover cardboard, and if you have sheets of cardboard paper or even white paper around, you can make your own images to include on the tree. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use some of this cardboards to make things for my tree. Now, once you have finished pasting and gluing all of your images onto your A Flor de Piel, you are finished. And you can choose again to put how much ever images you want and draw on it, paint it, cut it, do whatever inspires you. But this is the final result. Thank you for joining us and have a great day.
Our partners of Girls on the Game offers programs in Chicago, Baltimore, and Texas to encourage physical health as well as emotional health and promote active bodies, minds, and hearts. To find out more about what they do, visit them at www.girlsinthegame.org, where you can find short videos on how to do yoga, prepare healthy snacks, and be a leader at home. For today's move around activity, our partners in Girls in the Game will be leading us through some kickboxing activities and drills for us to do at home. Remember that these drills are designed to be contactless, so it's something that we can do on our own. Have fun!
Hello, ladies. This is Coach Jay from Girls in the Game, and we're very happy to be here sharing some activities with you, and we're hoping that you have fun. So for those of you who have not heard what Girls in the Game is, we have here another coach that will tell us a little bit more about what is Girls in the Game.
Girls in the Game is a non-profit organization that manages girls and teens to become a leader through sports, like me. I'm in a program called Teen Squad, and I've been in this program for almost a whole year.
And just here, we're gonna have Elizabeth here working with us throughout this session. So the first thing that we wanna do is do a small check-in to see how our energy is doing. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you, close your eyes and just, see how you're doing on a level 1 through 10. And then after you do that, take a deep breath. Breathe out. Now, if you're feeling like you're a 10 and, you can, fly all the way to the sky, I'm gonna ask you to please reach up, all the way up. Now, if you're like, Coach Jay, I don't feel that energetic, I feel so just stretch your arms out, stretch them out. Now, if you feel like you're not very awake and you're tired, you're not that energetic, we can go ahead and touch our toes. We're gonna touch our toes. Very good. So hopefully if you're down here or up here or up here, hopefully at some point we can get you all the way up here with some of the activities that we're going to be doing. So today we'll be doing some cardio kickboxing to get some energy flowing through our muscles. We'll be using our arms, we're going to be using our legs, and because we'll be doing all of this upper body, lower body activities, very important for us to warm up. So warming up all of our body is gonna help us stay healthy and make sure that our muscles are ready for the next coming steps. So the first thing that I'm gonna ask you is to make sure that you have a good space. So stretch your arms and stretch your legs a little bit, shoulder width apart. And now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna warm up our arms. So Elizabeth, can you demonstrate your first arm stretch?
So our first arm stretch, we're gonna put our right arm over our left arm. We're gonna put it until we feel that we're good stretch, that we feel that we're gonna be good for the workout, and ask for 10 seconds. So we're gonna count 1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7,
8,
9,
10.
and now we're gonna do the left arm, same thing. 1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7,
8,
9,
10. So now for our last arm warm up, we're gonna go ahead and do your classic arm circles. So we're gonna do 10 arm circles moving forward, and then we're gonna do 10 arm circles moving backwards, and then we're gonna ask you to help us count. So we'll do the odds, and then you will go ahead and do the evens. In this case, we're gonna ask Coach Elizabeth to count the evens for us so that she can count along with you. Are you ready? So arms out, and we're gonna go ahead and start. 1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7,
8,
9,
10.
Very good. So now we're gonna do it backwards. 1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7,
8,
9,
10.
Very good. So now we have our arms very warmed up. Elizabeth, what is our next stretch?
Our next stretch is very basic. You guys might all know it. We're gonna reach to our toes, and for each one, we're gonna first reach our toes like this for 10 seconds, and then we're gonna do it individually. One to your left leg and one to your right leg.
And we're doing this for 10 seconds in each side.
Okay. We'll share start.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Now we're gonna go and reach to our
Right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
now we're gonna reach to our left foot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we have our arms, our legs ready, warmed up, ready to begin. So like I mentioned before, we're gonna be doing cardio kickboxing. And for this, we'll be using both our upper body, which is our hands, our core, just to balance, and we'll also be using our legs. So cardio kickboxing is a very good exercise just to get ready, get our blood flowing through all of our body. It's a good also exercise to build up our muscles in all of our body. So it's a full body workout. And obviously, if you put music to this, your favorite music, whatever that is, jazz, maybe you like hip hop, whatever it is, you can obviously do this with some rhythm, and you can do it as fast as possible or as slow as possible. And we're just gonna go through the basic stuff so that you can learn basic kickboxing moves. So the first thing that we're gonna go ahead and learn is our ready stance. So our ready stance, we're gonna stand up shoulder width apart. Make sure that our shoulders are matching our knees. And then we're gonna put our hands facing together. And now we're gonna bend them slightly in front of our chin. So not too far, not close, just slightly in front of our chin. So this is our ready stance. So this is our ready position to start. And then our first move is our front jab. Our front jab, and then we'll do this with both hands. So we'll start with the right. We're gonna go ahead and just do a little jab. That's a front jab. So right jab. Ready? Right jab. Very good. Another one, right jab. Very good. Notice that I'm just moving my right hand and my left hand is staying in the same position. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing for our left hand. So our left hand will be doing the jab and our right hand will stay in the same position. So we'll do this 5 times. So left jab, left jab, left jab, left jab, left jab. Very good. So now we'll alternate between right and left. Right jab, left jab, right jab, left jab. So now you have mastered doing the front jab. So now we're gonna go ahead and do our other jab, which is our crossover jab, which you're gonna stand in the same position, but instead of going forward, you're gonna go across to the opposite side of your hand. So if we're starting with our right hand, we're gonna go ahead and go to our opposite side, which is our left side. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So this movement is called crossover. So we're gonna go ahead and do crossover, right? Crossover, right, crossover, right, crossover, right, crossover. Very good. And again, once again, notice that the hand that is doing the crossover is the only one moving and the other one is standing in the same position. Now we're gonna do left crossover. So our right hand won't move, only our right hand won't move. Our left hand will do all the movement. So left crossover, 1, left crossover, 2, left crossover, 3, left crossover, 4, left crossover, 5. Very good. So now we have done front jab, we have done crossover, and now we're gonna go ahead and learn our last movement called uppercut. So uppercut, we'll do the same thing with the right and with our hand. Our left will stay in the same position and then our right hand will do the movement So what we're gonna have to do is pretend like we're hugging something. So we're gonna like hug it from the bottom and bring it up. So ready? Hug it and leave it there. So that's an uppercut. So then we'll do this movement for 5 times. Ready? So with the right hand, uppercut. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. So now we'll do the same thing with our left hand. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we are done with our uppercut, our crossover, our front jab, and now we're gonna do something very fun. Probably you have seen it. It's very included in boxing, and it's also included in kickboxing, where there's a ball hanging and it's called speed ball. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna start in your ready stance position, and all you're gonna do is slightly touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Do as many as you can without stopping, and then you'll feel a little burn in your biceps, in your arms, in your shoulders, and this is called speed ball. So we have learned, we're gonna go over the 4 different movements that we learned for our upper body or our arm. So the first one, we're gonna be in a ready stance, shoulder width apart. We're ready. Now we're gonna start with front jab, right? Front jab, left. We're gonna do crossover right, crossover left. We're gonna do uppercut right, uppercut left, and speed ball. So hopefully you were able to get through all those. Those are our movements for our arms, our upper body. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move down to our lower body, and we'll be using our legs. So the first one, and I'm gonna allow Elizabeth to step a little bit forward, and then I'll step to the back, and she'll be demonstrating us how to do our front kick. So we're first gonna do it with our right leg. So let's do front right kick.
So first, we're gonna kick up to where our tummy is. So we're gonna kick as far as we can and straight as we can. When you straighten up our leg as much as we can in this exercise. So that's gonna be the same thing for our left one, our left front kick. So up, kick. We're gonna do this 4 times in each leg. So we're gonna start with the right. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're gonna do 4 more in our left leg. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
So now we're gonna go ahead and do our next movement, which is our side kick. So for this one, it's very important that there's no one next to you, at least like 5 feet apart, so that you have enough space to do your stretches and to extend your leg outwards. So this is called side kick. So Elizabeth, will you demonstrate what our side kick looks like?
Our side kick is basically the same thing as our front kick, except we're gonna be kicking to the side. It's a little bit harder, but we're gonna have to kick as high as we can. It doesn't have to be very high, but we're gonna try anyways. So we're gonna do two in each leg for this one. Our first one, 1, 2, and now for our left one, 1, and 2.
Very good. So just so that we go over all of our movements, we started first with our ready stance. So can we all do our ready stance position, shoulder width apart, palms facing forward, 90-degree angles? Very good. So now we're gonna go ahead and review our first arm exercise with kickboxing. So it's front jab. So let's do a left front jab. Very good. Hopefully you're listening. So now we're gonna do a right front jab. Very good. Now we'll do a left crossover. A right crossover. Now we'll do a left uppercut. Very good. All right, uppercut. And we're gonna speedball for 5 seconds. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. And we're gonna go ahead and do our legs. So our first movement was front kick. So we'll do right front kick. 1, left front kick. 2, let's do a right side kick. 1, let's do a left side kick. 2, very good. So this is everything that we have for kickboxing. Like I mentioned, you can put music, you can make up a routine. Maybe you really like speedball, maybe you really like your side kicks, maybe you love your crossovers, whatever it is that you want to do, whether you want to work out your upper body, your lower body, or your whole body. You can obviously do it with your music, show it to some friends, maybe bring your family members, whoever is at home to come and join you and teach them some movements that you have learned today. And we're very excited that you were able to finish this video with us, and hopefully you really enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed making it.
La Mesita is a program for the What's Up radio station from our Yolocali Youth Program. Next up, you're going to see an interview that they made. Enjoy!
Welcome everyone to La Mesita. My name is Jeremiah Guzman, and today we are broadcasting live from the comfort of our home and couches on WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lupin Radio. Today in La Mesita, we have a good group of wonderful people, a band known as A Flor de Piel. How are you doing?
Great, thank you. Honored to be here.
Okay, first and foremost, thank you for sharing your time with us. We're happy to have you at La Mesita. Let's get started with the interview. Who is A Flor de Piel?
All right, A Flor de Piel, excuse me, sorry. A Flor de Piel is this family band that you're watching us. If you're not watching us, it's three of us. It's we founded it in 2007. Marisol La Brava, my wife, and yours truly, Renato, or also Renato Natiu. We founded in 2007 the band A Flor de Piel, and also La Bravita, who's the third band member, was also, well, back then she was 1 year old, but she's grown up in the band. But over the years, we've performed with additional band members that we invite, but the core of A Flor de Piel is Marisol La Brava, Renato Natiu, y La Bravita.
Okay. Okay, next question. What instruments do each of the members play?
So I'll get started with that one. So I am the front woman to the band, A Flor de Piel, and my stage name is Marisol La Brava. So I sing, I perform, I come up with the, I guess the show, the performance for everybody. I play the jarana and some percussion instruments, and I also do some zapateado. Yeah, that's what I do for the band.
And co-manage the band.
Yeah.
And that was La Bravita back there.
Yes.
And I am the multi-instrumentalist, so I can't, no me quedo quieto. I play the guitar, and I also play mostly string instruments, violin, harp, but also non-string instruments. I play accordion and violin. Did I see that? Saxophone. Yes. So,
a lot of instruments.
Yeah.
He has to look around the room because it's hard to remember them, right?
Yeah. And I also co-manage the band.
Yeah. And then aparte de eso, we also write our own music together.
Yes. As a team.
Oh yeah, I play the cajon and whatever percussion instruments, like there's the quijada, the donkey jaw, the maracas sometimes, the cajon, yeah, and the jarana, and yeah,
And the wheel.
and the wheel, yeah.
Okay.
Sings and raps.
Oh yes.
So the voice.
Okay, interesting. Cool. Who introduced you to music? This is for everyone specifically, so you can all have your own individual responses since you all got introduced to music by a certain person.
Sure. So I was introduced to music by my mom. I've just loved music from a very young age. I, would just pick up the pen and paper and I would start writing my own songs. That's a chiquitita. And start singing. Then in high school, I was signed up to chorus, keyboard. I mean, but originally my mom would play her vinyl records, Juan Gabriel, La hija de nadie, Linda Ronstadt, on Sunday mornings when we're all cleaning and helping her cook y comiendo taquitos de carnitas. So that was my very first introduction to music was my mom.
Great. Well, to me, it was also from my mom and both of my parents. I grew up listening to a lot of music. My grandma, I grew up with my grandma as well. She had a great singing voice, and some family members. My uncle is a professional musician, so I was always surrounded by music since earlier than I can remember. So yeah, it came from my family.
I was practically born into this band, so I've just been around music ever since I can remember. My mom and my dad, they introduced me to music probably by playing it themselves. So yeah.
Ah, okay. Um, what was it? How was the decision made to form A Flor de Piel? In other words, what was the motivation of forming the band?
So I guess I'll take that question. That's a like bittersweet question that we've been asked. So we formed the band in 2007 out of necessity because a lot of people back then were going through some difficult financial times, and that was right before the recession hit, and so we were like, whoa, we need some extra income, and we love to perform and play, and we need to put food on the table for our newborn baby. So we were like, hey, we both love music. Let's do this. And almost immediately, we started to get a positive result from the people around us. And we were like, wow, this is amazing. We're doing what we love and we're getting paid for it. My goodness. So, yeah, that was out of need.
Everyone's dream job to get paid doing what they love.
For sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Ah, okay. We have been watching your Instagram and Facebook live streams. How do you balance your time between your regular jobs, school, and the music business?
All right, so I'll answer that myself. So yes, you're right. We have been streaming daily since pretty much the beginning of the quarantine, and so it helps that we are staying home. Definitely helps, but we're also continue to we are working from home too. So it's just a matter of I mean the scheduling is very important because we schedule our live stream after our workday is over. But we make it a priority, and I guess that's pretty much sums it up. I mean, we do our work during the morning, and I'll let also La Bravita answer that. And we, have carved out these times in the afternoon to devote it to our live shows.
Yeah, we always have talked about it, like dreamt about doing live streams and like just having our own show and taking it to social media. And we teach during the day. And La Bravita is a full-time student, so it's been very difficult. And like you said earlier, we finally have this opportunity. I'm very I'm considered the planner of the family, so I'm very schedule oriented. So that also helps, I feel.
Yeah, we're very blessed to have Marisol be such a. She's a very organized person, and we rely a lot on her managing or planning out how we spend the time on the show, and also outside of the show to get ready for the show, etc. So yeah, we really appreciate you. So we have like Marisol mentioned, when we ever since we started playing or we formed the band, we have been blessed to have been very busy with our performances. It started first locally, and then little by little, we started getting shows outside of the city, in neighboring states, and then later on, it started going to farther places. Even like in Mexico. What was it, last year, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So yes, we have been very busy, and which is great, and it has affected us our performances because, as everybody knows, everybody has been affected one way or another. So we are not able. Some of our bigger, I would say, performances have been canceled. As a matter of fact, so on May 1st, we were supposed to have been playing in a festival in St. Augustine in Florida, which obviously got canceled. So that was one way that it affected us. And also, we were scheduled to perform at the this year's uh, El Corazon Festival, uh, together by the National Museum of Mexican Art. And Sor Juana, what did I say?
El corazón.
I'm sorry, Sor Juana, wrong festival. Um, yeah, so we have had to adapt the way in which we reach our audiences. Before, we would have to go out and play in front of them. The great thing is that now we have these the technology to be able to reach them from wherever we are into wherever they are. So it's been a learning process, but we are embracing it, and so now we continue to do our live streams, and we are also interacting in that way with visual artists. With today, we just had our live stream. We had a guest performer, singer, musician, and we're just rolling with the punches.
Right. And I guess to add to what Renata Matthew just said, we were born out of a difficult situation anyway. This band was created out of need, and we're used to this, right? We're used to confronting adversity. No le sacamos. We are people that are hustlers. We will, just try anything, and we're not afraid of just trying new things. Y ahí está, y ahí vamos, ahí le seguimos.
What is A Flor de Piel's message to friends and families around the world?
Love, in one word. But just to hang in there, and to just hope. Also, a message of hope, to know that yes, things are hard now, and they're changing, they're difficult, they're new, but just have that faith and that hope that everything is going to get better. And like there's this other saying, right? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Although I know that there's been a lot of people who have been affected, and some haven't made it, and that's really, really, really tough. But it's our I think our vision or our mission to hopefully, with our music, help heal those wounds, and just remember that we're still here, and we, like I said, we're all gonna get through this together.
Yeah, same. It's just sending out those positive vibrations out to you, and hopefully to our audience, they get the message that we're super thankful that they allow us into their spaces to come in with our music, to get their minds off of what's happening out there, and just enjoying at least a small frame of time with música, and just buen ambiente.
Okay. One last thing before we moved on. Where can we find your music? Like, what platform do you stream it on, if multiple?
So yes, we're in most major platforms, from Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, all you name it. Yeah, on YouTube. So yeah, if you wanna listen to us, we're also on Bandcamp, SoundCloud, what is it? These are, or what? Yes, like all of them. We're everywhere. And also, if you wanna go directly to our website, there's also you can listen from our website, which is www.aflordepielmusic.com. You can check out or listen to our music. There's a few videos there, and yeah.
Okay. Wow. Thanks for joining us today, A Flor de Piel.
Thank you for having us today. It's an honor.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you feel that way. This was La Mesita featuring A Flor de Piel. Remember, you are listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lupin Radio. My name is Jeremiah Guzman, and I have been your wonderful host for La Mesita. Coming up next, a live performance from A Flor de Piel.
Hello, somos A Flor de Piel. I am Renato Natiu.
Hi, I'm Marisol La Brava.
La Bravita.
We're gonna play some songs for you. We hope you enjoy them.
Eres la bruja.
I need to retune because these are new strings. That's not part of the song. Here we go.
Ay, eso. Ay, qué bonito es volar a las 2 de la mañana, a las 2 de la mañana. Ay, qué bonito es volar, ay mamá, volar y dejarse caer en los brazos de una dama, en los brazos de una dama, que hasta quisiera llorar, ay mamá, me agarra la bruja, me lleva a su casa, me vuelve maceta y una calabaza, me agarra la bruja, me lleva al cuartel, me sienta en sus piernas, me da de comer. Ay, dígame, dígame, dígame usted, ¿cuántas criaturitas se ha chupado usted? Ninguna, 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 no sé, ando en pretensiones de chuparme a usted. Ay, esta bruja. Ahora sí, maldita bruja, ya te chupaste a mi hijo. Ahora sí, maldita bruja, ya te chupaste a mi hijo. Ahora le vas a chupar a tu marido el ombligo. Ay, luego que acabes con él, vienes a chupar conmigo. Ay, mamá, me agarra la bruja, me lleva a su casa, me vuelve maceta y una calabaza. Me agarra la bruja, me lleva al cuartel, me sienta en sus piernas, me da de comer. Ay, dígame, dígame, dígame usted, ¿cuántas criaturitas se ha chupado usted? Ninguna, 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 no sé,
ando en pretensiones de chuparme a usted. Eso. Yeah.
All right.
But-
So this next song, I'm gonna let La Bravita introduce.
Okay.
You ready, my dear?
This song, yes. This song is to.
Hold on.
Yes.
Oh, I think we were.
Okay. This song is one of my favorite songs, and it's just to kind of relax.
¿Cómo se llama?
Oh, se llama Soledad del Mar. Que en el canto de las olas me quisiera sumergir. Embriagando mis aromas, algo nuevo descubrí. Voy a navegar en tu puerto. Quisiera saber de dónde vienes tú. Vamos a dejar que el tiempo pare, ver nuestros recuerdos en los mares. Y esta soledad tan profunda que me canta el mar, un bolero de soledad, que me canta el mar, tiempo sola con soledad, que me canta el mar, un bolero de que me cante el mar, tiempo sola como soledad,
Gracias. Bueno, pues ahora vamos a hacer nuestra tercera y última canción. Y esto es un son jarocho de Veracruz titulado La Iguana.
Okay.
échale pues.
Ahora sí, un café con pan.
Eso, jarana pues.
marihuana.
Yo creí que la sacate y era la malvada iguana.
Mamá mía, ¿para dónde vas? Voy para el puerto de Soledad a ver a mi china que ya está acá. ¿Será mentira o será verdad lo que anda diciendo la gente allá? Que allá en el puerto no hay novedad y que si la hubiera casualidad. Cuando voy a verla no hay novedad y que si la hubiera por casera. Qué buena tan fea, se sube al palo, luego chapea, mueve la cabeza, como cabecea, mueve las orejas, como que orejea, saca su pescuezo, como que espesea, mueve los hombritos, como que ombrea, mueve los bracitos, como que bracea, alza la manita para que la vean, toca su jarana, como carabea, mueve todo el cuerpo, se sacoyotea, se mira para el suelo, luego voltea, a la cara.
No me echo al suelo. I won't do that. Eso, güey.
¡Oiga, San Mateo!
Ahora sí, pues, café con pan. Café con pan.
Se echó al agua para ver si se zambullía.
Una iguana se echó al agua a ver si se zambullía.
El arroba le lloraba y el ver que ya no salía.
El robo le lloraba al ver que ya no salía.
Mamá mía, ¿para dónde vas? Voy para el puerto de Libertad a ver a mi china que ya se va. ¿Será mentira o será verdad lo que anda diciendo la gente allá? Que allá en el puerto no hay novedad y que si la hubiera casualidad. Cuando voy a verla no hay novedad y que si la hubiera por casera que te ditandea. La que ajea, eso sube el palo y luego se apea. Mueve la pestaña, como pestañea, mueve los ojitos, como que ojea, mueve los cachetes, como cachetea, mueve la nariz, como naricea, saca su colmillo, como colmillea, mueve los bigotes, como bigotea, mueve los pechitos, como se pechea, mueve su montón, como montonea, mueve sus orejas, como que arejea, saca sus aretes, como que aretea, mueve todo el cuerpo para que la vean, pone su huevito, de cacaraquea, se tira para el suelo para que la vean, alza la patita, como que patea, se ve en el espejo, porque está muy fea, se toma una selfie, luego la postea, a la que,
Échale con la bamba.
¡Oiga!
Eso. Oh my gosh.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Well, everyone, that wraps up our first day of Juntos en Casa Family Festival. Make sure you tune in the rest of the week at 11 a.m. for more art activities, physical activities, and so much more. And a big thank you to all our sponsors who make this virtual family festival possible. For updates on future museum programs and the latest at-home activity, make sure you visit us at www.nationalmuseumofmexicanart.org. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Y adios.